Detroit City was aiming to get at least 1 point today. They managed to grab all three. Final score, Detroit City 2 and Louisville City 1. Louisville City went down a man in the 49th minute of play. Philip Goodrum earning his second yellow of the match, sending him off. And, Detroit City ended up taking advantage of it thanks to one Connor Rutz. In the 67th minute, an assist by Maxi Rodriguez off a mistake from Damian Laws. Rutz puts it in the back of the net, gets the victory 2-1. Earlier in the match, though, Maxi Rodriguez got his own goal in the 17th minute of play, assist by James Murphy. I see Devin Amumensa right in front of me. Great job, Devin. 17th minute, Maxi Rodriguez, assist by James Murphy. He put Detroit City in a 1-0 advantage. However, a penalty occurred late in stoppage time in the first half. Carlos Saldana committed the foul, and Sean Tosh took the penalty, put it in the back of the net. We were tied at 1 apiece, but it wasn't until the 67th minute when Connor Rutz capitalized on a mistake by Laws, put it in the back of the net. Detroit City wins by a score of 2-1. What does that mean in the standings? Let's take a look real quick. Okay, here we go. Detroit City is now 1 point behind Tampa Bay Rowdies for the third spot in the Eastern Conference right now. Louisville City, they're 3 points ahead of Charleston Battery in that battle for the top spot, or for the top spot in the Eastern Conference and home field advantage throughout the rest of the playoffs. So, like I said, great job for Detroit City today. Let's look at the stats real quick here. Let's see. Ball possession went to Louisville City, 51-49, but you could tell the momentum was building in the second half after Goodrun's second yellow of the match. Detroit did more of the passing, 73% to 293, or 73%. It was 297 to 293, so they both had 73% passing. 6 shots on target, 6 shots on target for Detroit City, 2 on target for Lou City. So defensively, a great job done by the defensive four of Detroit City right there, holding only 2 shots on target in the match. Both teams had 12 shots on target, to say the least. Hopefully we get some. JR, come on in here. He's watching the match with me. Get his mic turned on here, hopefully. All right. He was watching the match with me. Got a good angle on the goal on Connor Rutz late in the match. Tell me, what did you think? Much needed win for Detroit City today, for sure.
I had a good feeling about it today. I don't know why. I think it's just because like what happened last time. And I was talking to kids earlier. I'm like, I don't know, I have a good feeling about this one.
Mm-hmm. I'm just making sure your mic's on here. I think so. Let me see. Was the green button on? All right.
So, yeah, I mean, I was, like I said, I felt really good about it, but, to get 3 points and just, yeah, that's great.
I was honestly expecting 1 point today because, you're playing the top dogs, obviously. You're expecting 1 point, especially against them, but come away with 3 points and taking advantage of when they did.
Exactly.
After Goodrum getting knocked out of the match in the, with the second yellow.
Yeah, it was completely different contrast than from the last time we had, we had a man advantage here. How that game ended up.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't do anything with it. Like, it didn't even seem like there was, a man advantage, right? So, yeah, they just put the foot down on the gas and, kept it going.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great victory. And as I mentioned earlier, big in the standings, 1 point behind Tampa Bay at this point. Mm-hmm. And Tampa Bay has been struggling. Losers against Charleston Battery last week. So, how do you see this now going forward as far as the next couple games go? We got Monterey Bay next week. Indy 11 comes in here in 2 weeks. Plus, you got a trip over in Charleston to take on the Battery on the 5th of October.
I think at this point, I think it's the approach of one game at a time and just keep the momentum going. Really, it's the schedule kind of goes a little bit like this, but no, I think we'll be all right.
All right. So thanks, JR.
No problem.
Appreciate it. All right, we got scores and highlights coming up, or we got highlights and we got scores coming up. Highlights of a big 2-1 victory for Detroit City.
A crowd of 6,173 City faithful made the trek out to Hamtramck today to see a national TV game being shown on ESPN2 between Detroit City FC and the top dogs in the Eastern Conference, Louisville City. Lou City would take the pressure to Detroit City early on into the match. Both teams were very even as far as the possession arrow goes. Here's a play which ends up going to Wilson Harris, who promptly heads it over the crossbar. In the 17th minute, Maxi Rodriguez gets a goal to put Detroit City up by a score of 1-0 and setting off the smoke at Keyworth Stadium. No matter how hard they tried, Lou City couldn't get anything done offensively, even sending balls all the way out to the railroad tracks behind Keyworth Stadium. A supporter goes out and gets the expensive select ball. However, at the end of the first half, a penalty was taken by Louisville City. Sean Tosh would convert it and close out the half as Lou City tied things up at 1 apiece. Damian Laws made this huge mistake and Connor Rutz took advantage of it, putting City up by a score of 2-1. A lead which they would hold on to throughout the rest of the match. The win for Detroit City was their first since June 19th against Louisville City after losing 2 straight losses, including a 5-1 drubbing in Louisville on May the 29th. The win would put Detroit City 1 point behind the Tampa Bay Rowdies in the race for 3rd place.
All right, going over some scores from the other games that are going on and have gone on throughout the weekend, as the Bees are helping me out here in the suite here as we get things going here. I already told you about the match on the 2 matches earlier on Soccer Night in Detroit, so I won't go over them again. I'll just go over the scores real quick. Charleston 3, Tampa 1. Nick Marcanic, top goal scorer in the history for a single season in USL Championship. North Carolina SC downs the Indy 11 by a score of 2-0. Other game on Saturday night in the 7 o'clock till it was Hartford Athletic. A red card was given as I'm looking at the 5G. It's not coming up right now. Red card was given there. Despite being the man down, they beat Oakland Roots by a score of 2-0. Let's see here. Rhode Island comes away victorious. 2-1 victory over FC Tulsa. Despite, a guy that Aaron Bebu, he scored a goal here against Detroit. Yeah, needless to say, he scored the goal. Rhode Island came back, and Albert Dequa got the game winner in the 92nd minute of play of that one. Colorado Springs and El Paso played to a 1-1 draw. Monterey Bay, our next opponent, 0-0 draw against Orange County SC. Las Vegas Lights take down the Sac Republic at home by a score of 2-1. And Phoenix Rising, big win over San Antonio FC by a score of 4-0 on that match. Today's matches, as in progress right now. We have in the 79th minute of play, New Mexico United is up on Loudoun United by a score of 1-0. And then 37th minute of play, Birmingham Legion 0-0 draw right now against Miami FC. We'll have the final scores of those as this video has being processed and all that stuff. So yeah, they're partial scores now, but you'll have the final score on there as we're done. Take a look at the championship at this point. The top spot right now is Lou City with 62 points. Charleston Battery, 3 points behind with 59 points. And, of course, the other race is for third and fourth in the Eastern Conference. That is between Detroit City FC and Tampa Bay. That's a 1 point difference. Tampa Bay has 46. Detroit City has 45. Indy and Rhode Island are at 40 points apiece, with Indy getting the edge there. Birmingham Legion sitting at 39 points. Loudoun United is right now in the 8th spot in the Eastern Conference, and despite what happens today, even if they lose, they will still be in the 8th spot. Hartford outside looking in at 37 points as well. North Carolina at 36 points. Pittsburgh at 35 points. So that's quick look at the table here as far as that everything goes. Now, coming up this week, no soccer night in Detroit on Saturday night. Late match in Monterey Bay. I'm going to a concert. We don't even know that. But yeah, no soccer night in Detroit. Late match, 10 o'clock kickoff over in Monterey Bay for that one. ESPN2, Channel 50, usual outlets, CBS Sports Detroit, usual outlets for that match. And also, we will have the post-match afterwards, after everything's done over there. Look for that early Sunday morning for after hours there. So, but big win today for Detroit City FC as they beat Lou City by a score of 2-1. One more thing though, for the pre-match, in lieu of not having a soccer night in Detroit on Saturday night, the Musings will be your soccer night in Detroit pre-match on Wednesday. We will do a full-blown preview of that. So, Steve, you want to do a soccer night in Detroit intro? Let's do it for the Musings on Wednesday instead. So, other than that, that's it from Keyworth. A happy place today, as Detroit City now moves within 1 point of being in the top 3 in the USL Championship. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the galaxy.